Yo, I'm gonna just talk right quick about what I've been talking about, man. Man, these haters don't get enough. I don't. I'm about. I've been through with these haters. Since I've been through with them. That's around the '90s. Man, but people don't understand. They don't get it. They don't get it, man. You know, that dude FatStank I be talking about. Um, that that dude FatStank and that dude second grade. Since I know, I call him second grade because I known him since the second grade. And like I say, I wasn't nothing but a friend to these dudes, man. But they had other ideas, ulterior motives. Man. I tell people, we ought to be crew today, but it's the fact that I think it's upbringing. Why they weren't properly brought into manhood. You know, and so today they still up under their parents, and we pushing into you know um, older ages, man. Like, and like for some reason, like I ain't talked to people since '95. You know what I'm saying? 2005. 2005, and now we're going into 2020, and it's really been 2005, 2006. Since I didn't seen these dudes, man. But you know, I hear things and I get feedback, and people come and tell me things. Like my number ain't changed since 2005, 2000. For my number ain't changed since about 2000 or something. And so man, it's like man, they don't get enough. Um, like like Fat Stank, like what was his purpose? Like I said, he wasn't. He was very supportive. He would give us rides to the studio, take us around to all the studios, and introduce us to people. And then we got with this dude, this at his house, and he even chipped in on the studio time. Now, and but the studio time when them back in '93 was like $25 an hour. That's what they was charging us. Some cats today still charge $25 an hour. But he charged, and so he chipped in on that. With no communication of what was gonna be his role with me and the other dude I was rapping with. And so man, and then turned out dude was just he a hater. He a dead weight motherfucker. If he wasn't rapping, he couldn't rap. He can't write. He don't know studio production. And so we was looking at as him as some kind of manager. You know what I'm saying? I read in a music business book that record companies back then like to deal with managers of artists. Because most artists don't understand business, and so they would like to talk to a lawyer or a manager. And so he had the transportation. '93, I didn't have no car. I was driving my mama car. Dude I was rapping with didn't have no car. And And so, and so, man, and so, so when I think back on it, I'll be like, what is his purpose? What was his purpose of helping us like that, but then, disappearing, like, breaking away, pulling off. You know what I'm saying? I don't, and, I can't recall if, um, we talked to him about being a manager, but, it was like kind of understood, like, this is going to be your role. And, then we left a demo with him and, he was like, I'm going to try to shop this for y'all, and, he talked a lot of shit, he would say, I got the wheels turning, like he thanking us some, or he out there, trying to get us, some kind of miracle deal in Detroit. So, and so, didn't mind him taking that position because I thought he was a fan of hip hop. We would go down to his house. He go to all the concerts. Sometimes we go down to his house and he watching Yo MTV raps and all these, rap things. And so, he was into the culture. And so I thought he understood that, he could be the manager. He should have stepped up and took some kind of initiative on communicating with me and the dude I was rapping with, like, this how we get to the next level. But clearly he don't know. And so, he think I'm mad at him because it didn't work out. I quit being, I was never mad at him. And, I wasn't mad at him because I sat down and say, oh, he don't know, and I can't be mad at nobody that don't know. So, should I say, why you ain't go find out what to do? Why you ain't, but that ain't, since we never talked about nothing and the $25, $50 wasn't nothing. And, and so then later on, and, this is his MO now, cause, the story get deeper about how he like a, I used to call him a closet hater. He being the, he smile in your face and, stab you in the back, but in his case, he'd stab you in the back, and he dead weight, he get on you to hold you down. Mind you, he about 350, 400 pounds. Fat, short, squat man, and about 5'8", 5'7", 5'8", 400 pounds. And so, he like real heavy. And, in regards to, him, so, he got with second grade, Officer Brown, little brother. I ain't gonna say that dude name, because that dude, mine, he got a mental defect. He think if you say his name, you trying to use him to blow up, trying to get fame off his name. And, he live at home with his mama broke than a motherfucking joke. But so I'm not gonna say his name because I ain't trying to give him no shout out, no props, or trying to use his name to build myself up. That's what he think. But he got with, second grade record music. He's a singer, or he say he a singer. And so, second grade, they FatStank bought a Motif 6 for him, right? And, let him hold it. This was shit. They bought the in 99, 2000. It may have been 99, 2000. And from what I understand, he still got it today. Now, second grade ain't paid for it, ain't put in nothing, far as I know. But at the time, I don't know how the Motif 6 cost, how much it costs. I know it. If you look it up online, it costs like used, like 900, 800, 700. New, I don't even know if they make that model anymore. But it was probably about a couple thousand. And so he invested in second grade. He said, go ahead now. They was building with other cats they know. They put their studio equipment together and they was building. They didn't call me, and I asked him, I said, why you ain't call me? He was like, you was gone, you would never. I said, oh, okay. Now, I didn't trip, I ain't mad, because, the motif right there, right, And so, but they haven't done, and so, like, years later, like 2005, when, I was back in their life, I asked FatStank, I say, man, we could go in and, I go and have with you whatever to put out second grade. $250, $500, whatever, 1,000, whatever. We can, because, he had an album's worth of material ready. And I was like, we can go fuck with disc makers. And, and I talked to him, we riding in my car and I'm telling him this. And he was like, no, I ain't trying to fuck with nobody. Now this 2005, the winter, and second grade, been living at home all his life, with his mother. And and so, fucking bitch. And so, he was and so, he ain't done nothing. But his mentality is second grade mentality was, I'm waiting on Fat Keith to fuck with me. And they stay like 7 houses from each other on the same side of the block. And they probably ain't spoken about 3, 4, 5 years. And it's like terrible, how much time they waste wanting to be the man to each other. Like, who gonna call who first? Who gonna come knock on who door first? They on some what my father used to say. What my father used to tell me, you gonna need me before I need you. That's the game they playing. And I don't have time, I can't fuck with them because, they live with their parents. You know what I'm saying? And, they look at me funny because I don't fuck with them no more. But I can't fuck with you no more because you ain't about unity, organization, peace, loyalty, friendship, brotherhood. You're not about that. You're about backstabbing, snitching, backbiting, hating, jealousy, envy, and it's ridiculous. I don't never want nothing to do with these dudes, man. They don't grow, man. They don't grow. And so, man, yeah, and so their story stops right there at the Motif 6 sitting in Dwayne Brown's house. And I didn't say this name. I said, I said I wasn't gonna say it, but that's where his story stops. And like 2004, I asked him, like, I help you put your shit out. You know what I'm saying? By myself. He was like, no, he was being shady. And so now, this is where their story stopped, man. And so, he's like, dog, you can come fuck with him. I don't want nothing to do with FatStank shit. That's his. You know what I'm saying? You ain't paid for it. And if you was through with the dude, you would take that shit back, clear it out, delete, remove, transfer all your shit, take it back and be done with it. That ain't yours. And, that ain't, I don't want to use nothing that, he a part of. And, that dude don't understand that, he think I could win by using FatStank. I don't fuck with FatStank. Ain't worried about FatStank. Ain't worried about using the FatStank, saying that's because they stupid like this. We talking about a piece of studio equipment. They so lame, I say, man, you ought to charge money. You ought to, say this your studio and charge money. Man, dude so dumb, he can't even calculate labor hours. Like, what's $25 an hour times 10 hours? You see what I'm saying? They don't have no kind of good business sense or common sense or, good judgment. So, man, but yeah, man, that, what was your purpose in paying for our studio time? What was your purpose in buying a studio? But, you can't, you don't like to bring people together. His thing is to divide and play people against each other. That's why he was going around telling Vincent Robinson, what I'm doing, what I'm driving, what I'm wearing, after they robbed him, because he want other people to get robbed, Now why, I don't know. Y'all got to ask him. So, man, no, I'm never, and now I don't have no business being over on that street, because I don't fuck with nobody on that street. We didn't sold the house. That ain't my mama house no more. And so I don't have no connection to my old street. I mean, it's still my hood. I know people in that area, but that ain't my street, and I don't have no business riding even down there for this. If if I'm on that street, then I'm being nosy. See what I'm saying? So man, I ain't trying to fuck with them cats, man. Them cats ain't about building. They ain't positive. We could have, it don't take 20 years, 25 years to put out no song or no album, do no video, it don't take that. And man, it's a shame that these dudes sit away like this, filled with hate, jealousy, and bitterness, envy. It's man, no, you know. Y'all see, I don't have the time, man. So man, that's it, man. I'm out.